Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? What's up? It's me, Delores, the pastor's daughter. Look, hey, what's up, y'all? What's going on? I just wanted to do a quick check-in, let you guys know what's going on with me. Check in, see what's going on with y'all. What's up? Let me see. Make sure y'all can hear me good. I just wanna see how beautiful you are. All right, people. Yes, honey. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. Looks like y'all can hear me. Wait. um, All right, people. I don't know. Yes, honey. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? I don't know, child. I mean, the sound ain't the best, but we're gonna make it do what it do. Okay. So, hey, you guys, what's going on? It's me, Delores, the pastor's daughter. I wanted to just come in and check in with you guys and let you know what's been going on behind the scenes. And I just wanted to check in with you guys and see what y'all been doing, see how you've been doing. It's today Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, you guys. It's already um it's today the first. Oh, it's the first of the month. Okay. Child, we got bills to pay, honey. It's the first of the month. Okay, so I just wanted, like I said, I just wanted to check in with you guys and let y'all know what I've been working on. I've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes. And I know like I sometimes when I get like super busy doing stuff behind the scenes, I don't come and like tell y'all what I'm doing. One of the things that I want to really work on is just doing more streaming and stuff like that. Like this weekend, y'all, I got my whole entire life. I went to the step show. Um and I was filming. I did live streaming while I was there, and I also did some pre-recorded videos of the actual performances, which I still need to drop those videos. But I think y'all are gonna be like so shocked, especially because like the angle that I had my tablet angled at the stage where you can kind of get real close and see the performances and stuff like that, and but you catch it at an angle, so it's like it gives it a bit of like dimension. You know what I'm saying? It just gives it like some depth. And I just think it's so cool. Plus, I started doing like as soon as I got there, which was like an hour before the event started, I started doing just filming as people were coming in, right? So we could do like a time lapse video and see how like the room just began to fill and fill and fill and fill up. I don't know. I'm just fascinated by stuff like that. And I think, there's a lot of other people who are fascinated by stuff like that too. It's kind of like a little weird for me because they tell you to, get a niche, right? Like when you're creating content and stuff like that. And my niche is daughters. Like I'm like all things daughters, right? Which is like it's a niche, but it's kind of not because it's like we are we are such like complex individuals, right? And there's so many facets to us that I don't think that I should just come from the angle of just love and relationships or spirituality or anything like that. Even though I come from all of those areas too, I just think that because we are such complex individuals, and I personally like to approach everything from a holistic standpoint. Like I grew up, in a religious family and all of that stuff. So I know like sometimes you have a tendency to just focus on one aspect of your being, which is like just the spiritual aspect of it or just the natural, aspect of it. And I just don't think that that really provides the like the foundation for real good and lasting change and development or anything like that because we are more than just a physical body, right? We're spirits. And so And then we all have like a lot of different interests and, a lot of different things that we are into. And I just want to be able to like cover the bases, just I'm not trying to, probably like not dig too deep into anything, but just really focus on the whole person, the whole daughter. You know what I'm saying? And everything that encompasses. I came up with this concept or this thing, right? Where I call it the daughter plight. And this daughter plight is what I believe like we all as daughters go through, right? Even though our lives are different, our walks of life are different, everything could be different. But there is one thing that we all share, and that's the simple fact that we are daughters. And with that role, with that position, it has implications. It comes with responsibilities, it comes with obligations, it comes with preconceived notions, it comes with just the complexities of a woman at the end of the day. When we grow up as women, we have daughters of our own. We still are daughters. It's like that's something that never changes. And some of us take care of our parents. Some of us been taking care of our parents since we came into the world. We've just always had like a role like that. Or maybe we raised our siblings. So it's almost like you didn't even get a chance to like be a kid yourself. You just automatically took on this responsibility because you're a daughter. You see what I'm saying? So it's like um w- daughters come with a lot. We come with a lot. And I think that the reason why we as women, females, girls, whatever you want to call us, right? The reason why we are so divided is because we don't even look at ourselves as daughters. We don't see each other as daughters. You know what I'm saying? Like we're all somebody's daughter. And with that comes something, a lot of somethings for a lot of us. It comes with responsibility and obligations and stipulations, and it comes with a lot, right? And then let's say some of us come from dysfunctional families, or we were abandoned by our parents, so we don't even really know like the essence of who we are even as daughters, and how we should have been brought up, or the advice we should have gotten, or the lessons in life we should have gotten. It's like it's just so much when it comes to daughters that I feel like that's the niche. It's just that like we're daughters. It's not like it's a black thing or it's a white thing or it's a or a Christian thing or anything. All of those demographical things, categories, all they do is just compound the daughter plight. You know what I'm saying? Like we were already born into a role. And then once you add on, okay, maybe this person comes from a religious family, or this person was abandoned by their parents, or um, this person is a product of assault, or you know what I'm saying? Like the way we were brought into the world and how we have to live our lives in this world just compound what we were already born into, being daughters. And so I've been really like working behind the scenes and just trying to um, come up with a way, a concept, a course, a mastermind, a boot camp, all of the things that can service us as daughters, right? I even want us to get out of calling each other women and females and girls. Like, I want us to get out of that because I feel like it dehumanizes us when you say that's a female, or that's a woman or a girl. At the end of the day, it's just like it just is so impersonal, it's so dehumanizing. It just takes it takes all of the character out of the person and just labels them. But I think if we started looking at each other, looking at ourselves, and really encouraging a change in the narrative, a change in how we say things by like calling each other daughters, then it's like we bring back the humanity to ourselves, and we it's like it softens the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if this like really makes sense, and I know I'm not really saying it right. I'm really trying to find the words that can really just encompass what I'm trying to say. But I think it softens men, right? Because when men think of us as somebody's daughter, like that's somebody's daughter. So I can't just handle her like that. I can't just talk to her any kind of way. I can't just put my hands on her. I can't just, say anything. It's like it softens them, because then it's like, okay, I realize that this person is a human being. This is not just, you know, a girl. It's not just a woman. It's not just a female. This is somebody's daughter. This is a daughter. And I think that if we begin to look at ourselves that way, change the narrative, and really like put humanity back into the essence of a woman, the essence of a girl, the essence of a female, then it's like then we can start to see the the violence numbers, right? We'll see the domestic violence numbers go down. We'll see the incidences of assaults go down. I'm convinced of this, right? I'm convinced that a lot of the crime that we see against women and girls is because we are not looked at as human beings. We are not looked at as somebody's daughter. And so if we begin to change the narrative, which means we have to do that among ourselves first, okay? We have to look at ourselves as somebody's daughter. Like, think about it. Think about if a lot of females, and I'm gonna say females in the sense that other people say it, because when somebody calls you a female, like to me, that is like almost like offensive without being offensive, right? Because it's like, yeah, I'm a female, but I know the reason why you're saying it is because you are belittling and dehumanizing me. I am and that might sound strange, but that's how words work, depending on depending on what you say, how you say it is the perception that is given, right? So when you say, well, this is a female, you don't really have any type of connection to that person. You don't see that person as a human being. You don't see that person as someone who has agency and who has thoughts of her own and desires and goals and wishes and dreams. You don't see that. You just see a female. It has no personality to it. It has no humanity to it. And the problem is that we don't see ourselves as someone's daughter, right? Like, you guys know I've had issues with my father. This is, what really even started this whole movement. But and I could tell that my father had this way about him that I don't think he likes women. I don't think he likes females. I'm pretty sure, you guys. I'm pretty sure my father does not like women. Um but I think that his way of thinking, and it's not like his age or anything. It's just it's him, right? It's him, and it's just his mindset. Um, that he views women or girls, females, as means to an end, resources, alibis. Like he views women in the sense of, what can they do for me? How can I use them? How can they be of service? How can they be of use? And so when a person has that mentality that, they can even objectify women, then they're not going to see the humanity in you. They're not going to honor your desires, your wishes, your decisions, your boundaries. They're not going to honor any of those things, right? But when we start to change the narrative and say, hey, no, like, I'm not just a woman. I'm not just a female. I'm not just a girl. Like, I'm somebody's daughter. It's almost like it implies that, first of all, someone depends on you, right? Someone cherishes you, someone loves you, um, and that you will have obligations in this life, that even when you have your own daughters, you will still be someone's daughter. And let's just be honest, like, when a parent has a daughter, for the most part, they view that daughter as someone who's always going to be around, someone who is going to take care of them in their old age, someone who is soft and kind and compassionate and empathic, and someone that has all those characteristics of femininity. And those are very enduring characteristics. They're attractive characteristics. But there are people who take those characteristics and qualities about us, and they use them for their own purpose, use them to the detriment of us, to the point where it drains us. Um, and that's how my father was. And you guys, if you read my book, you know that I started the book with a private conversation that was happening between my parents. And my father was like literally cussing my mom out, y'all. And I just thought to myself, not in that moment, but over time of thinking about it, like, how could he treat someone's daughter that way? Would he be okay with the man talking to me that way? You know? And I mean, my father, you guys, I've been married 4 times, right? My father told my second husband to put hands on me. Like, literally, he told him that. He was like, "You got to put hands on her." And it's just like, what? Like, so there are some very dysfunctional parents out there who don't value their daughters, don't value their children, period, but don't value their daughters and don't see them that way. They only see them through the lens of usefulness. Like, how can this person be useful to me? And when you read my book, you'll see exactly what I'm saying, because that's exactly how my father treated me. That's the things that he was saying to me was in a sense of, okay, I need you. You're my daughter. So first of all, you're obligated to stay with me. You are obligated to be of service to me to the day you die. Like, and that stuff is in my book. And that you have no other identity besides being my daughter and being of service to me, right? So that was his stance on it. And it didn't really, like, I mean, for a while it really, like, warped my sense of, like, how a parent should be. But I just thank God that I still have my mother. And my mother was, like, she just like, I knew before I even came into this world that my mom loved me. And I knew before I came into this world that my father hated me. I knew it in the womb, you guys. Like, I knew it. And I don't care what nobody say, like, babies feel, babies know, and even before they come into this world, they know and they feel. And I knew that my father didn't love me, didn't want me, but I knew that my mother did. And that gave me, like, this sense of pride in being her daughter and being a daughter. I just felt valued by her. Not just useful. I felt like my father wanted to use me. And if I wasn't useful to him, or if I was, being rebellious, or, having my own thoughts and my own desires and whatever I wanted to do, that wasn't honored by him. And he actually resented me for it. But my mom loved that. She empowered me. She poured into me. She loved me. And, I was angry with her for a very long time because she was with my father. So it's almost so it was like, ma'am, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know you love me, you care for me, but why didn't you leave that man? That's what you know what I'm saying? That would have been the ultimate, way of showing me that you love me, child. Okay. Leave that man that's treating us all terrible. But I know now, looking back, analyzing things, and viewing my mother as a daughter, right? Because my harsh criticisms of her was because I looked at her as my mother. So it's like, okay, as my mother, you should have done this, 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 and this, this, and this. You should have made better decisions. You should have had your discernment should have been on point. You should have, it should have been all these things as a mother. But if I, once I started to think about things like, wait a minute, this is somebody's daughter too. Did she get these lessons? Was she taught discernment really? Um, did her father pour into her? Did her father teach her how she should be treated by a man, the type of man that she should look for, the type of treatment she should not accept, or the red flags and all the things. And he didn't. He didn't. A lot of our fathers didn't. A lot of our fathers told us the wrong thing. My father told me I needed to get married young because I wasn't gonna be pretty forever. So imagine what that did to me psychologically. And of course, as soon as I turned 18, I got married. As soon as I turned 18. It was probably like just a couple weeks after my birthday, if that. And of course, that marriage didn't last but a hot second, because I wasn't taught. And so every relationship that I got into, every marriage after that I got into was terrible. It was dysfunctional. It was not right. I should have never even got with the guys to begin with. But I wasn't taught. My father just told me to get married young because I wasn't gonna be pretty forever. So here I am trying to beat the ugly clock. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all hear me? How do you beat the ugly clock? You know what I'm saying? Like I got it that I'm not gonna be able to reproduce forever, right? So okay, like by 50 years old, you can't have no more kids, whatever. I don't know. But at what age am I gonna get ugly? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then no man is gonna want me because I'm ugly. Because my father is telling me that I'm not gonna be pretty. And then imagine like being a kid and just trying to figure that out. Like I'm just like, I don't know what that means. I don't know what to do. I'm just thinking, if I live my life, if I decide to go to school and travel and, you know, all this time I'm just gonna be getting uglier and uglier. I'm just gonna get uglier and uglier, Jesus. And then ain't nobody gonna want me. But do y'all see how even when my father told me that, do y'all see how that is like so parallel to the stuff that is happening like in this manosphere space, on online where they're telling women, oh well, your biological, you hit the wall, your biological clock, and all of these things to really like mess with our heads. And so, like I was saying, going back to the whole daughter thing, you know, if we just looked at it like that, if we just looked at ourselves like that, and then if we required that type of treatment where it's like, no, hold on now, hold on. Like my mama loves me. You know what I'm saying? Like for some of y'all, it's like my daddy loves me. I have a father in my life. At some point, my father and my mom's gonna get old and they're gonna need me. I'm a daughter. These are the obligations that most daughters have. So I can't let you suck my life force out of me. I can't let you uh, kill me. I can't let you treat me any kind of way because I'm valued. I'm needed. I'm somebody's daughter. You know what I'm saying? And even if my natural parents gave me away, even if my father doesn't love me, even if he treats me like, what can you do for me? I'm still God's daughter, right? Like, then am I not? So you gonna treat one of God's daughters this way? Are you sure? Are you like, you know what I'm saying? But then at the same token though, right? Don't treat yourself like that, right? Don't treat yourself like you're not God's daughter. Treat yourself like you are somebody's daughter, right? Like I would never want, like, I have, like I said, my mom, right? I ain't worried about my daddy, but even still, I wouldn't want my father to go online and see me twerking. right? For instance, right? And I know a lot of people twerking, this ain't no judgment, but for me, I'm not gonna be doing that, right? Um, at least not online. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to do it at home, but yeah, I can't, I can't twerk to save my life. Okay. And maybe I'm only saying that because I can't do it. Maybe, I don't know. But either way, there are certain things that I don't want my parents to catch me doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want my mom to see that in me. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I just don't want that. And so I have a lot of pride in myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just not gonna do anything or just carry myself any kind of way, because it's like I'm somebody's daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't just I don't know. And see, you know what? I wonder, you guys. Y'all tell me this. This might be like something that was ingrained in me because my parents were pastors. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it's like I've always had to be like conscious of the image that I had and like what I was putting off and maybe that's the thing. But I do have to say that it does seem like we just don't have any type of like shame. You know what I'm saying? It's like we don't have any type of like pride or like morals or like we just don't we just act like we don't even care about ourselves. We do. We don't act like we're somebody's daughter. And you know what, y'all know I didn't have daughters, right? Me and Phil, we had 3 miscarriages. And I just know, I know at least one of them babies was a daughter. I just know it. And then the last miscarriage that I had, um, the doctor thought that may have been twins, right? So yeah, I know I was even more messed up about that. I was like, oh God, oh God. Oh God, I done miscarried twins, Jesus. And I was like, what if they were twin daughters too, y'all? Like, I have such an affinity and such a love for daughters that it's really hard to like see a lot of like other people who don't care about their daughters, like don't um teach their daughters how to take care of themselves, how to groom themselves, how to like watch themselves. They don't, you know what I'm saying? Like yeah, I've even seen like people calling their daughters names. Like, I, my mom has never called me a name. Now my father, that's something different. That's something different. That's something different. But like I said, I had my mom, so I was able to see like that side of it. Which is, hey Sonya, was Harold the first girl, right? And you know what? That's why I started listening to Kevin Samuels. Like I just started listening to his live streams. And at the time he was so controversial, right? And this was like I think I discovered him like most people did when he told that girl that she was average at best, right? When he told that daughter that she was average at best. And so that's when I was kind of like put on to him as well, right? And and I was gonna do a live stream and I mentioned him like in a couple of my live streams, but I couldn't put his name in the title or anything like that because I did not want people coming to my channel because I was talking about this man. You know what I'm saying? Like at a certain point, right? He had like a cult like following. People were like really upset with you or upset with other content creators if they didn't agree with him or if they had any type of dispute about the things that he was saying. And my only comment really about him was that don't listen to him until you have healed, until you have done the work to heal, because you're not going to hear it right. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to listen to it with a discerning ear. And anybody who has not done any type of work to heal from their trauma or anything like that, I just believe that their discernment is off. Like, I just believe that your discernment is off because you've been hurt and you have not done any type of work to heal. So how can your discernment be on point, you know? And besides, like, people are always talking about, well, you need to use discernment and you need to increase discernment and all of that, but there is literally nowhere that actually teaches you discernment. Well, until now, right? That is another thing that I have been doing behind the scenes. Look, let me show y'all. Let me show y'all how serious I am. Look at my shirt. Look at my shirt, y'all. What does that say? Don't be looking at my boobs. What does that say? Got discernment. That is my brand. I designed this shirt. That is my brand. I have been developing discernment courses and a discernment book for y'all, right? That's the stuff that I've been doing behind the scenes. That's all part of the daughter movement. That's all part of what we're doing here, because the thing that saved me, the thing that saved my mom's life, y'all, because my father was trying to kill her. Do you understand? My mom was about to be one of those femicide numbers. Do y'all understand that? And see, here's the thing. People don't realize how valuable you are, your discernment is, or anything like that, if they've avoided a harsh thing. Okay, let me explain. You don't really know how much safety precautions are saving you if you don't really face those safety issues. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, okay, your discernment, your discernment's on point, right? And so you've been able to avoid a lot of negative situations, harmful situations, because your discernment is on point. But at the same time, you may not give so much credit to your discernment because you've been able to avoid those harmful situations. Sometimes you don't realize what you're like, the importance of safety and different things like that, because you're safe. You see what I'm saying? And the only time that you really realize is when something unsafe happens or you're in a dangerous situation. Then you're like, "Oh my God, I'm so glad that I used discernment." Oh, I'm so glad that I put my seatbelt on. You know what I'm saying? But every other time when nothing happens, you don't realize how important your seatbelt is. Do you see what I'm saying? Until you're in an accident, until something happens, you don't realize how important your seatbelt is. So people may over time just neglect putting on their seatbelt, and then God forbid there's an accident there and they don't have it on. You know what I'm saying? And then something happens because they didn't have it on. Then it's like, oh my God, yeah, seatbelt is really important. But if they have on the seatbelt, sometimes they don't realize just how important that seatbelt was, because it helped them to avoid a bad situation. And sometimes we don't realize how important discernment is. Listening to people that we trust, taking the advice from trusted people, from people that you have vetted and that give sound advice. You don't really realize how important it is until you are in a situation where you had to use it, or the fact that you didn't have it or didn't use it is what caused you more pain. I used to be a safety officer in the military. Like, I went and got formal training and everything. Like, um, they sent me to safety schools in Fort Rucker, Alabama. That's like near, almost near like Dothan area. Um, but anyway, so it's down south Alabama. They sent me to safety school, and that's when I think I realized how much people take safety for granted, until something happens. And that's kind of like how I feel discernment is that you don't really realize that your decision making is off, that your critical thinking skills are off. You don't realize that you didn't use any of the tools, until you're in a situation where it's like, dang, I didn't use any of the tools. Like, so, you're hurt. Um, and then you got people telling you, well, you should have used dessert. You know what I'm saying? And people are like, well, how? No one actually asks how. Like, I've seen that where people are like, discernment, 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 discernment. And people are like, yeah, I need discernment, I need discernment. But how? How are you supposed to know? How are you supposed to learn? How are you supposed to activate your gift? People don't even know that it is a gift. People don't even know that they have it. Like, you were born with this gift to think critically and to make good decisions, wise decisions. But here's the thing, you got to activate it. And not only that, but you have to work the muscle. You got to think of discernment as a muscle, in that you got to work it in order to be strong at it, right? You got to work that muscle. And the way that you activate discernment and you work discernment is, first of all, to learn about it. What is it even? You know what I'm saying? What is discernment? How does that, what is it? You know? And then you have to put it to the test. You have to keep working, keep working, keep working. And a lot of people want to make you think that you have to experience every bad thing yourself, right? Okay, well, I needed to learn that lesson, so that I know better next time. That is not like, even a discerning person knows that you don't have to experience every bad thing yourself in order to learn the lesson. You could totally get that from me. You could totally get that from the other person you just saw mess up. Do you really have to jump off the cliff too? Even though you just saw two other people in front of you jump too? Did you really have to learn that lesson yourself? It's just an excuse for bad decisions. It's an excuse that people use for not using discernment. And the thing is that even once that situation is over and they realize that they should have used discernment, they still don't know how. You still don't know how. I really do believe it's the responsibility of the church. It is. It's the responsibility of the church to teach discernment, because it's a gift from God. But I've been to other churches, y'all, other than my father's, and none of them teach discernment. Why don't they teach discernment? Because none of them know. None of them know how to discern. They don't. That's just a reality of the situation. They just don't know how. But your girl got you. Okay? Your girl got you. Because God put this in me to talk about. And I know, y'all, I know that the reason my mom is still alive is because of discernment. Now you wonder, okay, how does that work when that's your father, that was her husband, she was married to him for all these decades, right? So how all of a sudden is it discernment? Because even if you have been with someone, been in a situation, had the same job forever, right? Depending on where you are in life, what you desire at this particular space in your life, where you are in your purpose in God and your calling, where you are in your healing journey, you change. Like, you change. There are aspects about you that are going to change. And then once you do that, your discernment gets activated. You're working that muscle gets stronger. It gets stronger. And then you begin to realize, like, wait a minute, I should not have been dealing with this. I have been abused my entire life. That's how I realized that my father was spiritually abusing us. I didn't know initially, like, that this was spiritual abuse. I had no point of reference for that. I just knew, I was like, this just don't feel right in my spirit. That's how it started. With just a feeling like this just don't feel right, which is a component of discernment, right? That is your intuition, your Holy Spirit. That's a component of it. But are you able to listen to your Holy Spirit? Are you able to do research, right? And depend on the research as well. Your experience in education, right? Other trusted people that you know and trust for their advice. Um, the Bible, you know, are you imploring all of these tools to help you to really activate and to elevate? Okay, hold on. Activate and elevate. Do y'all hear me? Activate your discernment and then elevate your discernment. And here's what I believe that I have that will really help you, right? First of all, I have the gift. I'm tuned into it. And I have been doing research for years now. That's what I'm telling you guys. I'm trying to give you a little bit of behind the scenes. Because if people don't see you do it, they don't know that you do it. So you don't know that I have been for years now, right? I have been studying discernment from like read multiple books on discernment. Um, and that I have been writing about discernment and putting together this course material and this program that is really going to help you to activate and to elevate. Now, how do you elevate once you activate, right? And like I said, you have to work that muscle. And so what I've done was I've taken my story and my life and created it as a case study. So if you even go to my channel, you guys, you'll see how I labeled the videos that I posted about my father and life and my life and all that stuff. I called it the case of the religious narcissist. And excuse me, y'all. I call it the case of the religious narcissist because I want us to actually study it as a case, right? So that we are able to use that case to elevate our discernment. Because I can tell you and I can show you and I can do research on all of these different aspects and these different things that you need to learn. Um, and I can do that in a way that will show you like the whole picture, if you will, right? So let me just say it like this, right? So let's say you are trying to really get good at something, right? And it's something like this where it's not just like a black and white a black and white type of a guidebook, right? So this isn't like some type of SOP, standard operating procedures or something like that, where you could just say, okay, this is what I gotta do, this is what I gotta do, this is what I gotta do, this is what I gotta do in order to be successful, in order to meet the mark or whatever, you know. With the way it works with discernment is there are a lot of different factors in your critical analysis and your critical thinking, and there's a lot of different factors when it comes to wise decision making. Because I can't just tell you what a wise decision for you would be, right? But I can consult you and I can guide you. And because I know so much about religious narcissism and toxic relationships and spiritual abuse, I'm using that to help you to elevate your discernment. So I'm bringing in elements of research, of practical exercises, of life experience, of education, and all of these things that will help you to really activate your discernment. But it's not like it's your life. You know what I'm saying? It's not like whatever you decide when you're doing this, when you're elevating your discernment, it's not like it's gonna hurt you because it's not your life. You see what I'm saying? But it's something that will help you in your life if you take the skills and you take the principles and apply it to your life. So that's the thing. When you are looking at the videos that I'm putting together and we're doing some critical analysis and all of that stuff of the case of the religious narcissist, I want you to be able to take what you have learned and apply it to your life. Because what I really want you to understand is that the epidemic of religious narcissism is out of control. It's out of control. And I think that a lot of us don't know what we're dealing with. And we're thinking, okay, well, I left the church. So so I don't have to deal with that, right? No, that's not how that works because they left the church too. These religious narcissists, they left the church. They're on your social media. They're your gurus. They're your life coaches. They're these people who are really spewing hate and division, and they are not always behind a pulpit. Some of these people are your bosses at work. Some of these people are in your local community group. Like they're everywhere. And when you learn the tactics, when you learn you learn discernment, then you can take these principles and you can use it in every aspect of your life. It doesn't matter where you are. You could be on a college campus, you could be at a church, you could be on your job, you could be anywhere in your friend group, but you have the knowledge and the skills to be able to critically analyze a situation, an environment, a person, right? And make a better decision for yourself. That's what we're missing. That's what we're missing. And I believe that there is an effort, in this world to really hinder people from activating and elevating their discernment, because I can get more money from you when you don't know how to make good decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like, people can trick you. People can deceive you, and they do it all day long because you don't know how to critically analyze a situation, because you don't know how to make a wise decision for you. It's not for me, right? And I understand that. And that might be even a big difference from people that you are getting advice from and getting counsel from and all of that stuff, right? Is because it's not, I don't help you for a me-centered decision for you to make, I'm not going to advise you or counsel you or consult you to make the decision that I feel you need to make. This is all you centered. This is all about you. Because you know what? If I can help you to activate and elevate your discernment, I automatically benefit. I do. Because guess what? If you know how to discern, then you're going to make better decisions, and your decisions affect somebody else. And it may affect me. It may affect your children, future generations down the line. We make decisions today that will affect our generation legacies, right? Like our offspring and their offspring. And because people do not activate and elevate their discernment, generations after generations after generations are suffering. And we can clearly see that by the decisions that my father made. So that's why I encourage you to go to my channel and really start to look at the case of the religious narcissist. And and start to get familiar with that story. And as time progresses, we'll dig deeper into it. Like, I want y'all to understand that I am a one-woman show, okay? I have to keep reiterating that even for myself, because I have these high expectations of what I can do. And I have health issues. I have fibromyalgia, I have lupus, and a lot of times I get fatigued easily, and I can't do everything that my mind wants to do. I can't put out all the content that I want to put out, and do all the things that I want to do. So I have to, like, take care of myself. I have to pace myself. I have to rest often, you know? And that affects how often I can be out here, and it affects how much information I can put out for y'all. But I want you to know that behind the scenes, I am, like, doing all the things that I can to make sure that I can provide value in the best way possible for y'all. So I'm taking 2 certification courses. I'm in a Lisa Nichols speaking course. I'm in a boot camp, because when I talk to y'all, when I offer y'all stuff, and when I'm providing resources for y'all, all that, like, I want it to actually help. I want it to actually meet the needs, right? So that means I have to do the research, I have to do the studies, I have to, do all the things to make sure that y'all and me, child, okay? Because I'm doing it for me too, that we are actually getting what we need, you know? I'm creating the space that I wanted to have. Like, I felt like the church should have been this space. And I was there, with the vision, with the desire, with the calling to make this happen in my father's church. But he didn't have that vision, and maybe he wasn't supposed to have the vision, because maybe this whole time I was supposed to leave, you know, and that everything that happened was to push me out and into my purpose. And so I guess that has to give me some type of comfort, in realizing that there was no way it was absolutely necessary for me to leave my father's church, in order to walk in the fullness of the calling that God had on my life, you know. But I totally wanted to make all these things happen in my father's church, but it just didn't happen. So that's the space that I'm creating on my social media networks. I can't, or platforms, I can't, well, I don't want to anyway, to have like a church or anything like that. I don't feel like that's my calling, but I know that I have a ministry, and and that means that and the fact that I have health issues and all that stuff, and that I want to reach daughters everywhere. Like if I actually have a church building, then when like more than likely I'll just be reaching more so the women that are here, the daughters that are here. But I know that my calling is international, and so I can't be confined to local space, you know. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay. How you doing, Sonya? How you been, girl? How are y'all doing? How have you been? Make sure that you're here. Go ahead and um subscribe to my page. Follow me. I'm streaming on YouTube and on Facebook on multiple pages. So whatever you're listening to me on, subscribe, follow, and all that stuff. And then go over to the other page and subscribe and follow over there too, Shell. Okay. Um and because I just want to be where the daughters are. I want to be where you are. I want to be able to meet the needs that you have. And first I started off with the needs that I had, and I started to build the Kingdom Code, which is my channel, which is what I call it, the Kingdom Code. It stands for Community of Daughters Everywhere. And so that was the motivation for me starting that. And um and so everything I do on my channel, everything I do is daughter centered, so we'll be talking about makeup, we'll be talking about clothes and fashion, we'll be talking about health, and we'll be talking about mental health and physical health and spiritual health and financial health and all the things, all the things that make us up. And that's all the things, right? All the things, child. So what y'all think about that? Can y'all get with it? Okay. Like, are y'all down? Y'all down with that? Are you feeling it? You know? I hear a lot of women say like they want to like be in a community of women, like women support each other, and there's no drama and no, messiness and all of that stuff, Well, this is it, right? Because you guys have seen me, right? And I have been out there, transparent. You guys see me in many different lights, right? You see me professionally, you've seen me, with my family, you've seen me out in the community, you've seen me, in many different lights. So or you should by now know that I'm not messy. You should know that I'm a girl's girl, that everything I do is to support daughters. You should know that I'm committed to this mission, and that I am not only doing the work, but I will invest money, time, energy into making sure that I am equipped to do the work myself. And if I'm not, then I am resourceful to connect you to people who specialize in different areas. I know I don't specialize in everything, but I have resources, right? So I think that I have shown myself to be trustworthy, to be safe, and to really care about the issues of daughters of all ages and from everywhere. So if you truly want to be a part of a group of women, a community of daughters, right? All ages, like it's so safe over here that you and your daughter can be, You know what I'm saying? And your mama. All y'all, all the daughters, all ages, y'all can be over here and know that it's safe over here, you know? And I think that's really important because there are times when you'll be in a space, but you won't feel safe. You won't feel that that space is safe for your daughter or your mom, you know? But I think that I have proven that to you guys that this is a safe space for you and your daughter and your niece and your auntie and your grandma. You know what I'm saying? you know, like it's safe over here. And this is a space that is for daughters, only for daughters. I don't discriminate against men being here, listen to my videos, and even commenting on my videos, right? But this is not for them. In fact, my messaging to men who are here is to support this space for daughters, right? And I want you to think about it as my daughter, this is a space that my daughter can be safe in. This is a space that my wife can be safe in. This is a space that my mom can be safe in. And I don't have to worry about them coming back with some type of toxic, crazy talking, crazy thinking, because like I think I have proved that. Now, granted, there's been some times where I've been hurt and I probably said things that, was coming from a hurt space. But even in my hurt, you know, I have still like maintained a certain level of dignity, of respect, of morality, of ethics, you know what I'm saying? Of empathy, of compassion, of, all the things that you would want for your daughter, for your wife, for your mom, for your sister. And so my message to men that are here is support us. Support us financially, support us by sharing our videos, like send this video to your daughter, send this video to your sister and your wife. Like send the videos that which will be all of them, but send the videos to the daughters that you know and trust and that you love, you know? Um and then you can financially support, um I put up some information of how you can donate if you would like to donate, and you can financially support a space that is not toxic, that is not, a space where women are going to trauma bond and to bash on men, because that's not what I do. I have two sons and I have a husband. um and the only man who's really been getting the business from me is my father, because he deserves You know what I'm saying? Because I call a thing a thing, and that's just what we're gonna do. But it's not on any type of hate, or any type of like male bashing or anything like that. So you can feel confident and secure that your daughters, all the daughters in your life will be safe over here. So anyway, child, I gotta go. I had some errands to run. I went to ambassador meeting this morning. You guys know I'm a local chamber ambassador for my county, and I absolutely love it. Okay, it's like a whole little diverse family. You know what I'm saying? It's like a like a little diverse family we got going on over there. So I really love that. Um, I've gotten very very involved in my community lately. I've always been involved, but um I've gotten more involved lately, now that like health-wise, I've been doing much better since I left the church. I haven't I can't even remember like having any major flare-ups with fibromyalgia. Like I've been having like some small flare-ups, some flare-ups trying to come on, Um but I haven't had any major flare-ups since I left the church. I haven't had any major like gastrointestinal issues. If you guys read my book, you know that I began to have a lot of digestive and GI issues. And I really believe that it was as a result of the trauma that I was experiencing with my father and growing up and all that. But since I left, and cut my father off and all of that, my health has been much better. But, I still have to make sure that, I'm staying on top of things, that I'm staying hydrated, that I'm up on my supplements, and that I'm, resting, and, all of that stuff. So, I still it's not quite a full-time job right now, But at one point, it was a full-time job just to like get through the day, and just to manage my health. And so it was necessary for me to cut ties with anything and anybody that was toxic because it was just making me sicker and sicker and sicker. Um, and I think that's probably the case with a lot of y'all, to be honest with you. I think probably like 85% of the preventable illnesses that we are dealing with today is because of toxic relationships, toxic environments, toxic people. And you might be the toxic one. But without discernment, then you can't see that. You can't see that you are the toxic one. Did y'all see that Amanda Seals? Speaking of the toxic one. Okay. Listen. Okay. Did y'all see that Amanda Seals interview? Y'all. Oh my God. I was like, what did I just watch? Jesus. My mind, like my eyes. Y'all know that emoji that's got the spinning eyes? That spinning eyes emoji. I just felt like my eyes was crossed. They was spinning and everything, child. And she's one of those perpetual victims, and I could just tell that she really lacks discernment. She lacks self-awareness. She lacks accountability. And for those reasons, she is going to continue and continue and continue experiencing the things that she's experiencing. It's really unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. But I found myself getting super irritated. Did y'all get irritated watching that? Oh my God. I was like, girl. Y'all, it's this YouTuber called the official King Payne. Yeah, I be somewhere everywhere watching everybody, okay? When the official King Payne, he be like, girl, la 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 la. Tell me why that cracked me up every time. I be at home like watching stuff, and I be like, girl, la 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 la. Like King Payne. I said I'm gonna come on my channel and be like, girl, la 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 la. Get it together. But yeah. Yeah, I got this. Look at this. Knowing good well I ain't got no business getting no sweets. Yeah, I don't know why my sweet tooth be defeating me. Look, y'all. Look at it. I'm not even gonna eat it right now because this deserves to be heated up. Okay, this is gone. It's like a what is it? It looks like it's oatmeal on here. Oh, oh God, y'all, it smells so good. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Okay, I got it from this local coffee shop. It's called Coffee. Okay, called Coffee, and they get some of their pastries from um um art what is it, artisanal, whatever, artisanal. I don't know how to pronounce that, y'all. I need to look it up. Anyway, so they get their pastries from there and also from Susan Shipman. What's Susan's business name? Let me see. I got her thing right here because I just got it from she just hold on, y'all. She just handed us a new menu, a new thing that she has. It's called Oven Odyssey Bakery. And so she provides pastries for Called Coffee, and Artisanal Baked Goods provides pastries for Called Coffee. Okay. And so what I did was I got a scone today. Next time when I go, I'm gonna get Susan Shipman's this is Oven Odyssey Bakery. I'm gonna get their probably their banana bread. I think I'm gonna get the banana bread next. But I could have sworn she said she had a pumpkin cake. No, not carrot cake. I thought she said she had a carrot cake too. And I really want the carrot cake. But if she doesn't have the carrot cake, then I think I'm just gonna get the banana bread next time. And I'm gonna get today I'm drinking a chai tea latte from there. But anyway, so she just look, she's an ambassador too. So she just handed us some new menu items at the ambassador meeting. So she has like Chex Party Mix, cookies, muffins, pecan pie, and it says the best on the planet. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. It's like in caps too. Look, the pecan pie, the best on the planet. Okay. And then she's got brownies. And then it says the brownie that will change your life. And it's underlined in bold. Look at this. The brownie that will change your life. I think I need one of those brownies in my life. Okay. I want my life changed. Okay. I want my life changed. Okay. Then it's sweet quick breads, which is banana, zucchini, pumpkin, and cranberry. It was cranberry. Cranberry is the one that they had there. They have the banana one and the cranberry one at Called Coffee today when I went. But I didn't even see those when I ordered the scone. It was just like the scone just like caught my eye, and I was just like, I want that. I want that right there. So anyway, she got that, and then she has cakes, sour cream pound cake, red velvet, devil's food, rainbow, and German chocolate. Why my mouth getting juicy? Yeah, why my mouth getting juicy? Okay. Then she has cream cheese frosting, plain chocolate, and mocha. Oh, I've never had mocha cream cheese frosting. Have y'all had that? Oh, child. Okay. Then she has cheese straws, mom's recipe, sausage balls, Dave's modified recipe, party size trays of straws and balls. I, I think I need a nap because everything is cracking me up right now. Okay, and then she has the create your own where you can do quick bread or cookie or a muffin assortment tray. And she says here many items are available gluten free. So y'all want to take a screenshot of that? Take a screenshot. Take a screenshot. So she's a Calhoun County ambassador as well, you guys. So that's my ambassador sister. Okay. Yes, honey. It's my ambassador sister. But I'm gonna tear this scone up though. I'm just gonna tell y'all that now. I'm gonna put it in the microwave for about how long I should put it in there for? About 12 to 15 seconds. Like 12 seconds would probably be like perfect, right? Because I think 10 seconds is gonna be a little too short and I'm gonna want to put it in there a little longer. But then if I put it in there too much longer, then it's gonna be too hot. And then it might get hard. I don't want that. Okay. I want it to be like almost like it just came out the oven, but not that hot. You know what I'm saying? Not hot enough to like completely melt the icing, but to get the icing like super, you know what I'm saying? You know, you gotta get it, you know. Shut- Is anybody else's mouth watering? Okay. Look, let me show it to y'all again so your mouth can water. Be like, now imagine putting it in the oven. No, not in the oven, but the microwave. Put it in the microwave for about 10 to 12 to 15 seconds. We'll say 12 to 15, okay? Depending on your microwave. Okay. If you got one of them that's super hot, don't put it in there for that long. Just put it in there for a hot second. Get it a little warm and a little soft, you know? I'm trying to put you on, child. I'm trying to put you on. All right, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm probably gonna come back again this evening. When I have my notes together. I brought all my study material together. I'm trying to have the next book out on my birthday in August. And I just came up with that the other day. I'm pretty sure I can have it done sooner than that, but I think my birthday is a good time period to shoot for just because it's my birthday, you know, and so why not make it bigger what it already is gonna be, you know. So I think I want my second book to come out in August this year. So I'm working on that. And then of course I'm working on the discernment course and the break free course. Like I'm working on a bunch of stuff for y'all. Like I got a lot going on for real. So speaking of which, if God is leading you to help your girl, okay, Your girl needs help. Okay, I need help. But I just think that if I had help though, I think that I would be able to get things out a little bit faster, so that it could go ahead and start being a benefit to y'all, so y'all won't have to keep waiting on me to, you know, get stuff done. But we'll see. I'm just praying that God will send, the right people my way, and who has that same vision, that the work ethic, and then who has like the real desire, who feels like this is part of their calling too, you know. Um I want to say though, there is a space for you. There's a space for you in the kingdom code, There's a space for you as long as you're a daughter. Now, if you're not a daughter, ain't no space. We ain't got no space for you if you're not a daughter, okay? If you are a daughter, then there is a space for you in the kingdom code, and we really want you to be a part of it. I know that not everybody is going to be able to be a part of it. I know it's not going to fit with everybody, um, and everybody ain't going to fit with it, But I think that this is the answer to a lot of our prayers, A lot of us who wanted a community of women to be a part of that. And this is, like I said, a community of daughters. So this is not just women, because we're not just women. We're not just females. There's depth to us, right? There is complexities to us. There's a lot to us. And we need a space where we can share all of our walks of life, and that we honor each other, and we celebrate each other, and we encourage each other, you know? Um, and that we are resources for each other. Uh, so yeah, like that's it. So if this resonates with you and you're a daughter, and God is leading you to be a part of this space, then please be a part of this space. Okay? I love y'all. And you are important to me. I need you to survive. I love y'all. Bye bye for now.